it ends up even worse for this Sweet Baby Inc. game than we even thought was imaginable. And this has been the trend of the last few months. We see that Conquered launches with 0 players. We see that Dustborn launches with 0 players. All of these DEI games are completely failing, and they're flipping out. They really are, because you were supposed to just come in and play this game, or else you're a bigot, and you're going to like it, or else. They tried to strong-arm the entire video game industry with this kind of rhetoric, and they failed. They absolutely failed. Gamers reject this stuff. They couldn't put it past you. They've done it in Hollywood. They've done it in books and comics. But gamers say absolutely no. And despite their attempt at trying to find modern audiences for this, that modern audience does not exist, as we're finding out today. All right, hit the like and subscribe button, everybody. Please join us here. Really appreciate you for being a part of our awesome community fighting back against the woke. And I am a content creator myself, and if you want a sort of break from the from the woke mind virus out there, this is a great thing to check out. It's called the Emerald Array. It's a full male Space Marine team fighting against a Xenos invasion, and they're just kicking ass and taking names. We made the funnest, high-tea, action-packed comic you'll ever read, and it is on Fund My Comic, which is a free speech platform because Kickstarter banned me because of my YouTube content, as usual. So please support our art. It is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for making this a success so far. We are rolling along after the first couple of weeks doing a wonderful, wonderful job on the backer front, and I appreciate you for being here. So this is pretty wild. We knew that it was going to go badly. We knew that the sales, the pre-orders were just a disaster for Unknown 9 Awakening, and it actually ends up worse than Conquered. It only manages 169 concurrent peak players. So this is the Sweet Baby Inc. game failing again. And they performed worse than Conquered on its release date, only managing to garner a peak concurrent player base of 169 players, as I said. On the Steam database, shows the game hit that all-time peak of 169 around 8 p.m. Eastern on October 17th. Conquered actually hit a peak of 697 players, so this is about 75% worse. Oof, painful. Now that's what's going to happen. I mean, as more and more people are getting plugged in, understanding what's going on, Kabrutus has that great website, DEI Detected, and gamers are getting out there. Grums now has 210,000 followers on Twitter X, so if you don't follow him, he's pretty good to find all the up-to-date gaming news. And, of course, there's a lot of channels like this one, Smash JT, Hypnotic, coming at you and bringing you all the great news out there, both good and bad. That's the real news. So they can't keep a lid on things anymore. They tried to buy off, of course, IGN, Kotaku, all the legacy media, and those people still shill for them. But gamers have turned against the legacy media. And as you've seen this happen, you've seen these games fail more and more. Really, really funny stuff. So Stuttering Craig did talk about this, and guess what? As much as they said, oh, he's just some guy on the internet making things up, he was right again. Everything he's reported has been right. It's really ridiculous. My retail insider who has access to 800-plus big box stores' pre-order numbers tells me Unknown Awakening has a total of 46 pre-orders, but 12 were canceled, so actually there were only 34. 34 pre-orders in over 800 stores. Yikes. That is pretty bad, of course. Gamers are not only playing the game, but they're not impressed. It has mostly negative reviews on Steam. Hounds on Steam wrote that I didn't even know this game was a thing. Honestly, it should have stayed that way. The faces are clunky. Enemies are just stiff up, fall like figurines when defeated. He continued, ran okay during the transitions game, almost blew itself up. Honestly, game feels like it should be, looks like it's a mid-development with no polish. Should have cooked for at least another year to save your money. This sucks. Someone else also wrote, wow, just wow. I got this game for free with an AMD GPU purchase, and even I feel like I want a game refund. The combat feels like it's from 2005 as well, as a lack of facial expressions. The eyes just stare straight ahead, and it's quite disturbing. Combat is woeful, just dodge and hit. Stealth works best, but it rarely stays that way. Now, as it goes along, the actress who did the voices for this game tried to describe just how wonderful it is. And this is it. Yes, she's never seen a game this diverse. Well, that's the selling point, right? You if you don't got gameplay, you don't got story, and you know, as much as those reviews didn't talk about the story's lackluster and barely there as well. You don't have visuals. So what do you have at that point? You have diversity, and that diversity got 169 concurrent players. Congratulations. So she says, Haruna leads you through this game, this world. She is on a quest to avenge her mentor, Raker, whose life's been taken by Vincent, and to find out more about the Unknown Nine. She has an innate power, a kind of like calling that's outside of herself. Yes, live, laugh, love calling, the female the female lead. It's internal, but it's also something bigger than herself she can rely on. She's not selfish. She's always thinking about something greater. She also possesses incredible supernatural powers only through her choices are as powerful as they are. Oh, Slay Queen. She said, I'm excited for people to hopefully feel empowered by this character who is so grounded, so inspired by things that are outside of herself and bigger than her. I don't think I've ever seen that connection to a game as diverse as this, with as many voices with that kind of exploration. And you could tell she just looks like a complete nightmare, like everybody else who rambles about diversity. Why are white women like this? Is she white? I can't even tell. But usually it's a white woman virus, I think. And those are not your core gaming audience. So why would you end up doing this sort of thing? It's absolutely crazy. So as for why she took the role, she said, why wouldn't I want to play this character? Especially lend my culture and that part of myself. Oh, she's Indian. Should have read ahead, right? The Indian heritage that plays part of myself, this woman of Indian descent. Of course, you got to have own voices cast as this own thing. Otherwise, it doesn't work, right? The ultimate virtue signal. But not only that, but there's a real sense of groundedness and authenticity she has that I feel from my family, that I feel because of my family. I hope that's what grounds her. Very nice. So we got a commercial flop, as we are aware, and it gets even worse. So this is a pretty good one. This is a little how it started and how it's going meme. If you look at Code Vein, which is a Namco Bandai game from 5+ years ago, you have people, there's 400 plus people playing it. And at the peak of it, they had 33,000 people playing it concurrently on Steam. Now we got this. Oof. So a game from 5 years ago is absolutely destroying the Unknown Awakening. This is pretty wild. And as we can see, now it's reached a new peak since the article was written of 276. Yikes. That's pretty rough for the weekend. Now, Stuttering Craig showed that 163 were in game at one point as well. Good morning, modern audience. Pretty funny stuff. And this popped up too on the Steam thing from Berries and Cream. Now, I think this is a joke, but it is pretty funny regardless. Bigotry and racism have won. Yeah, I can't tell. That's the thing. You're gonna have to tell me in the comments. Is this post a joke or is it real? Because this is how they talk. So I don't know. I hope you are happy. All the hate and racism have destroyed the hopes and dreams of a small dev who just wanted to share a great story and adventures with all of us. But now that won't be possible because you wanted to cause chaos and watch the world burn. You did this. Don't forget it. All the bandwagoning and this SBI hate for what this game did nothing wrong. Couldn't let this game have a female dressed like a decent person despite having so many games with your generic half-naked and unrealistic Korean tune. Don't you get it? People's jobs are at stake. And this is where yeah, I think it might be a joke because he spelled steak like the meat. This saddens me, but hey, you got to celebrate such tragic situation, right? Now I understand Alyssa Mercante. She was right all along. Edit. Yeah, keep laughing. Go ahead. When Square stops making games for PC, who's going to laugh? I thought y'all wanted to play with, quote, hot females, so go ahead. Leave Unknown 9 alone. Go play your Stellar Blade anime, whatever. Well, I think a lot of people did go and play their Stellar Blade whatever. I don't know. I can't tell if this is real or not because, like I said, they act like this. It seems real, but it could be a joke. Very funny stuff regardless, as this game is absolutely failing out the gate. And it couldn't happen to a better company. So game devs out there, just be aware that if you virtue signal, if you go crazy like this, gamers are going to reject your game. It's going to fail. 2024 is the year woke ended, and it's going to just shatter the video game industry. And it's going to leave a lot of room for competitors who are going to come up and just make games that don't deal with this stuff. For every game that flops like this, there is a Space Marine 2, a Black Myth Wukong, a Stellar Blade that bucks the trends and says, we don't care. We're going to make fun gameplay and fun games. And that's what's going to win out at the end of the day. All right, leave a comment with what you think. My friends, hit the like and subscribe button. I hope you're enjoying Unknown 9 this weekend. And please, if you want some anti-woke comics, because the comic industry is absolutely paused. It's even way worse than video games. If you are not aware of that, I cover it on my other channel, JDA Talks Comics. But this is my reaction to that. I'm making a beautiful Space Marine game. This is something that you'll love. And so check it out in the description below. Thank you so much for supporting our channel, supporting our artistic efforts. We'll be back soon.